Hey, good afternoon, and welcome here to the Butte Civic Center, the Frontier Conference Tournament here on the Frontier Conference YouTube channel. Paul Panisco and the lovely and talented John Thatcher, who is losing a fight with his headphones. I wish I had this taped. This is incredible. There we go. You all right? You got it?
I got it. I didn't hang myself. I was working on it.
You almost got pinned. That was incredible. Montana Tech taking on the University of Providence. Frontier Conference action. The Digs, the 2 seed on the women's side of the bracket. University of Providence comes in the 7 seed. And, of course, these two teams played last. Just going back to this past Saturday, Montana Tech got the win in Great Falls, 79-72. A game that it felt like Montana Tech kept trying to run away with. And UP just kept pulling on the rope and not letting them take off and really fought awfully well throughout the entirety of the ballgame.
Yeah, these two teams thoroughly understand each other. It isn't like there isn't a history between these two teams, and I look for this to be a very good matchup. It's going to be really dependent on defense.
Well, let's kind of walk you through it again. These two teams played twice during the regular season. Montana Tech won in Great Falls, 79-72 in the last matchup. The first was on January 9th, which, of course, feels like an eternity ago. But January 9th was the day in Butte, Montana, up to the Valley Bank Arena. Montana Tech got the win there, 65-58. So the Digs with the sweep over Providence. But we'll see what happens here in round 3, brother.
Yeah, these two teams match up really well. I think Tech really has their big plus in this game is the ability to get to the paint and score from the block. Last time, when I watched these two games, because I watched one on the telephone, the other one we did up at Montana Tech, Providence really struggles stopping the basketball inside. So there's going to have to be some adjustments after watching both films. And then who do you really want to stop? The thing I love about Montana Tech's team, they don't have anybody in all the stats. And everybody in America is a stat person. Mm-hmm. So they've got Liv Wangren, I believe, is third, shooting 84% with the free throw line. And they got Brooke Badavinik third in steals, That's all they got. So people look at that and they go, how'd they finish second? Well, they're a team. They're 12 deep. Anybody on any time of the night can just explode, and that includes somebody coming off the bench. So they have a true, what I think is a true basketball team, and the other side is I think they're tremendous on defense.
Yeah, I think that's what they lead with. I think coming into this tournament, in my opinion, and what we have seen recently, I think Montana Tech's defense is the strongest defense in the conference right now. And I think especially in the block, I think it really feels like, Hadley Humphreys is having another outstanding year. You look at Olivia Nielsen stepping up and getting more and more minutes and playing better and better and playing outstanding. But it really feels like, Haber has had a great year, but you look at the last 6 weeks.
Awesome.
And she has just been an absolute monster. And I think especially this past weekend, I think that the both road games at UP and at MSU Northern, I think Haber has just been fantastic.
Well, she's feeling comfortable in her skin, and then you look around and you think, well, they don't lead in any statistics, but they have players that can score at any moment. A big player for them is Liv Wangren. I just think she's had an absolute special year, and she got first team all conference, which is a kudos to her.
Yes, very deserving.
Then they come off with everybody, and Providence does not have that kind of depth. So let's do the matchup. Providence has some great players. I think they struggle matching up down on the block with Montana Tech, and I think they've got to keep Tech out of the paint because that's where they've been real strong against them. So Providence will not lay down. They've played them tight twice, and you know what? The old saying goes, it's tough to beat a team 3 times, so we'll see what happens here.
Well, as you look at the screen and the numbers on the board, the Argos averaging 65 points a game, Montana Tech 72 points a game. The Dig shooting 43% from the floor, and the big one is just points allowed. And that's going to be the case at any opponent for Montana Tech this year, as Montana Tech only giving up 57.5 points per game, and just an outstanding number defensively for the Digs.
Yeah, their MO is their defense. It creates their offense, and that's going to be the key tonight. But I think Providence is in the same boat. I think their defense creates offense. I just don't think they're that strong down on the block or inside the paint as Tech is.
Well, let's take a look here at the starters. It looks like we're going to get Montana Tech's first. So here's a look at the starting five for the Digs. Liv Wongren, as you mentioned, first team all-conference. Hadley Humphreys, also first team. You've got Hallie Haber, second team. Avery Carlson and Brooke Badavinik. Brooke Badavinik, second team all-conference and also all-defensive team.
Yes.
I mean, that is so incredible. I love that so much, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, and you can't leave Avery Carlson out. I think
No.
she's one of the top 2 point guards ever play at Montana Tech. In fact, I just went out to the crowd and they were talking to me about Avery Carlson. Well, she doesn't shoot well. Wait a second, I'm a coach. That's not her job. Her job's to orchestrate this band, and she's doing a great job of it. She is really good.
Yeah, she has just been outstanding this year. So there's your starting five for Montana Tech. Again, Avery Carlson, Brooke Badavinik at guards have just been phenomenal. Watch them. I mean, obviously the fast break points they're going to get, but watch the steals on the perimeter. They just cause havoc defensively, and they play defense the way you want everyone around you to play. So if you've got kids, make sure they're eyeballing the way those two play defense.
Well described.
To the other side for the University of Providence, they're starting five, and Brooke Dial had a monster in Great Falls the last time these two teams played. She hit about everything. She fall-away threes. She was hitting stuff in the lane. Brooke Dial played really, really well. Ainsley Thurber also going to make her mark here tonight. You have Ramirez, Reger, and Cartwright rounding out the starting five for the University of Providence.
Yeah, Dial's a real deal. She's an outstanding basketball player, and Tech's defense will focus on her more today than they have all year.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here as we are with the Frontier Conference. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher here on Digger Vision, if you will. And we are ready to roll. I think we will get, before the tip-off of the game, I think we'll get our Champions of Character plaques again. We did in the first game, and I assume we will in all of our quarterfinal games. So we'll discuss that as we go. But our Champion of Character trophies will be handed out by Scott Crawford, our Frontier Conference Commissioner.
And what a job that guy's done since he's been in there. I mean, we've had a run of great people who ran the Frontier Conference, and he's just upholding the standard.
Yeah, and obviously there's been a little bit going on with the expansion and everything else going on. It's, I won't say rough waters for the Frontier Conference, but it's certainly uncharted territory. He's doing a great job working with the presidents, working with the athletic directors, and making sure that it's the right thing to do for all the schools and all the programs involved, and they work awful hard making sure that's the case.
Well, the leader at the top in that case is just a silent guy. Not many people know who he is or anything about him, but there is a lot to do when you come to these conferences, especially the way teams are coming and going.
All right, so we have our teams introduced as Hadley Humphreys comes out, last but not least for the Digs, and we'll get our Champions of Character. We don't know who they are. I almost feel like we should wager. The beauty of these
certainly
teams,
not you, nor me.
Just because we are a character doesn't mean we have character. And it's Liv. Shocker. And honestly, I was going to say, with either lineup and with most of the teams, if not all the teams in the Frontier Conference, it's just good people. You know, Liv Wongren, you mentioned her earlier. She is just the absolute bedrock of what this team is built on. A 4-year player, 4-year basically starter. She is a defensive monster. She has really stepped up year in, year out offensively. She's a great rebounder. She does it all for Montana Tech, and we would not be where we are right now if Liv Wongren wasn't behind the wheel.
No question about it, and her whole family are just tremendous people, and she is I got to fortunately coach her freshman year. She's a character. What most people don't know about her, she's funnier than hell. She's just a riot, and you wouldn't know that when she plays.
So Liv Wongren is going to get the Champion of Character for Montana Tech.
And let me tell you, she does not like being standing out there now by herself. She doesn't. I just know her a little bit that I do.
So Liv Wongren is the Champion of Character for Montana Tech. And it is, like I say, just a great pick. Just an outstanding young lady. And one of those that you are awfully proud that she is an ore digger.
She has demonstrated the 5 core values of the NAIA. She is one of the most dependable, hardworking people I've ever had around me. Ladies and gentlemen, Montana Tech's Liv Wendler. Your second, Bella Teamstra from Providence. Bella is a freshman coming out of Churchill, Montana, majoring in biology.
So Treemstra will get the honor. Isabel Treemstra, the freshman from Manhattan Christian.
Big award for a freshman.
Yes,
to
indeed.
have
Good
that
for her.
kind of influence on your team and your community is really speaks volumes for that girl.
Good for her. All right, so the champion of character have been handed out. We're about to get the ball in the air, so let's roll here. Frontier Conference tournament action here with the Frontier Conference. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, and we are ready. Montana Tech going to jump it off as Hallie Haber on one side. The other side is Reger. McKenna Reger tipped up high. The Digs will have it. Badavinik to Carlson. Into the offensive side we go. AC controlling, moving left. Looking for a screen up top, down the right side of the paint, backs out again. She'll send him in motion. Wongren comes out to get it. Wongren picks up her dribble. Hadley Humphrey's going to fire. That one rims out. Dial with a rebound. Dial the other way. She'll get rid of it, and into the offensive side comes Ramirez. Back to Dial. Just underway here, second game of our tournament. Dakota State had a big win to advance in the first game. Ramirez bodies up, gets the shot.
Yeah, I think she hit Carlson in the nose. Look with her shoulder. Yeah, she's feeling for blood.
9:13 left to play here in the first. Avery Carlson, top of the horn, near side, Brooke Badavinik. Badavinik, Butte, Montana, all-time leading scorer in Butte basketball history. Pass down in the corner, Liv Wongren. Wongren with right hand, spins toward the baseline. Nice take, nothing there, and coming out with it is Carlson. Shot clock at 1. Fighting, Humphreys puts it up, not in time.
Good solid defense pressure that time by Providence.
Great effort on that side of the floor, and that will result with them getting a pass to the other side. Argos leading 2-0 here in the opening moments. We fight through our equipment here for a moment.
Nice cut.
Argos up 4-0. And we pull this down. We'll get her up here in a moment. Hadley Humphreys looking on the inside. Haber fighting. Haber gets position, and she will get called with the offensive foul. Drawing the charge that time, McKenna Reger, the senior out of Colville, Washington. And Montana Tech will call a timeout. 8:17 left to play here in the first. We will take a timeout. I'll throw around some equipment, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Take care. Back here once again at the Butte Civic Center after the timeout. The Argos leading 4-0 here in the opening moments of this one. The Argos with the basketball. Dial gets it out on the far right side. As looking to make things on the interior. Riebel throws it into the high post. Bodied up, out to Dial. Dial switch, dribble taken away. Liv Wongren with the steal. Wongren gets the steal. Montana Tech back the other way. So into the offensive side, Hadley Humphreys. Humphreys spinning to her right hand. Double team comes, steps through, gets it off the glass and in. That's a strong take by Hadley Humphreys.
Good job protecting the ball. Now, just watching film, they know what she's going to do, so they came to double, and Humphreys managed to hold on to the basketball.
Martinez drives, ball stripped away. Badavinik comes out with it. Brooke Badavinik far down the right wing. They have numbers. Bounce pass across to Haber. Too hard. Defensive rebound. Reger back the other way.
Tremendous sell by Badavinik. Got to put those layups in.
Long range three off the front of the iron, no good. Reger with another rebound. Turns, fires, second won't go. Dial with the offensive glass, and she'll be fouled. Personal foul going to go to Brooke Badavinik.
You know, I couldn't feel great intensity in that first game, but you can feel it right off right now. Both teams really, really intense.
So Dial will go to the line here. So Dial comes in, averaging 14 points a game. She's a 74% free throw shooter. And she will shoot a pair. Personal foul to Brooke Badavinik. She was trying to add to her block numbers. And that one rattles out, no good. So Dial will get the ball for attempt number 2.
Free throw shooting going to be real important in this game.
Dial's second is up and good. Argos leading 5-2. And back the other way, Wongren puts on the brakes to Haber. Haber looking on the inside. Neibauer is in the ball game as a long-range three by Wongren, no good. Neibauer's out there. Also Van Blaricom on the floor for the first time. Martinez down the left side of the paint. Bounce pass. Reger in the paint, kicks it out on the edge. Open three is on the way and good. Big-time shot by Cameron Cartwright.
Outstanding job of breaking the defense down.
Argos leading 8-2 here in the opening moments. Neibauer lost it off her toe. Wongren able to get it back under control a little bit, and they'll say out of bounds off of UP. All things leaning towards the Argos right now. Nielsen will check in. Also into the ball game for Montana Tech, we're going to see Kylie Conan in. And Brooke Badavinik back in as well. Speaking of people that have had a great couple runs of weekends, we have to talk about Kylie Conan. Back the other way. Martinez off of the steal. Dial shot blocked by Badavinik.
Yeah, Kylie Conan's had an impressive month. Really has grown up as a player, just a freshman. But she has been outstanding defensively for this basketball team.
Argos leading 8-2. The inbound run in the lane. Shot blocked by Badavinik, but keeping the ball underneath is Reger, and she'll get it back up and in. That's a great effort by Reger. McKenna Reger, 6-foot senior, really coming out of the gate strong here for the Argos. She has 4 points. Pass out on the edge. Neibauer through the paint. Comes up top, Badavinik. Badavinik through the double team to the basket. No good, but Bado is going to go to the line. Brooke Badavinik will go to the foul line here for the Digs.
I'm really impressed with the Argos defense. Their game planning, some of the things they're doing right now. Outstanding defense.
Bado at the stripe. She's an 87% free throw shooter. And she puts the first one down. Gets the ball for attempt number 2. She's averaging 11 points a game. Bado's seconds. They wave it, and we're going to get a lane violation.
Yeah, Tech was in there really early, not kind of. Yeah.
So they'll bring a little man pressure. Cartwright gets it to Reger. Reger across the timeline. Badavinik comes up to contest. Dial switch dribble, out to the edge. Reger's going to pop the three. No good. Ball loose. Conan jumps on it. We're going to get a jump ball. Conan went down after it, as did Roots. Root, the redshirt freshman out of East Helena. And the Argos looking to bring it in on their offensive side. They lead 10-3 here early. Reger out on that far side to Ramirez. Reger, and a travel call.
Yep, they got it. She took that extra step.
And that will be Ordinger basketball. So Neibauer Haley Neubauer into the offensive side, far left wing around a high screen. Nielsen gets shoved over, and Ramirez going to pick up the foul as she tried to go through the screen.
Yep, like a tight end blocking down.
Kind of, yeah.
Yep.
10-3. The Argos with the early lead here as the Argos shooting 57% from the floor. Lob pass down to Nielsen. Double team, now triple team. Nielsen puts it up, no good. Rebound Roots back the other way. Controlling is Riebel. Riebel out of Phoenix, Arizona. Pass goes up top to Roots. Root going right side. Now to Cartwright. 3 wide, high-low post, both on the right side. Kind of clearing out the left side of the floor. Dial scoops it to the rack, no good. Then Blaricom comes out with a rebound.
Good solid defense on Dial.
Near side, they'll roll it in Nielsen. Nielsen, ball stripped away, Tech basketball. Root, the last to touch it, it would appear from our angle. Frontier Conference tournament action here on the Frontier Conference Network. Substitution for the Argos. And a mass substitution for the Digs. Hauber will come in. Carlson, Liv Wongren, also Hadley Humphreys back in. On the other side for the Argos, Elaine Rogel will check in. So Rogel, a 5'11 freshman out of Ellensburg, Washington. Lob pass to Humphreys at the right elbow. Hand it off. Carlson has nothing but turf. That one won't go. Hauber gets the offensive glass, clears it out to Wongren. Wongren trying to find an opening to Humphreys. Humphreys fires, rattles out. Collision on the baseline. As Carlson going to be called with the block.
Actually, she kind of tripped and the other person fell over. They had to make that call, but it was nothing intentional by any means.
Avery Carlson's first personal. Montana Tech trying to get things going offensively. 14% shooting thus far for the Digs. Across the timeline, Riebel. Riebel to Roots. Roots near side. It comes across to Cartwright. Looking. Riebel drives left side of the paint. Ball stripped out. Badavinik and a late whistle. Bato's going to get the foul. Brooke Badavinik will pick up her second personal. Argos leading 10-3. And at the foul line is Maddie Riebel.
Tech right now playing really tight. They got to relax a little more. This is what tournaments will do to you.
Well, and it's nice to play at home, but there's also added pressure when you're playing at home and at something like this.
There's pressure. No question about that.
4:09 left to play here in this first quarter. As Riebel at the line, shooting her second. Hits the front of the iron. That one rolls in. 12-3. The Argos with the lead over Montana Tech. The Digs with one field goal thus far. Badavinik, ball fake. Brooke Badavinik attacks. Shot won't go, but she will go to the line.
Yeah, she got the hips turned. Nice take to the bucket.
So Brooke Badavinik will go to the foul line. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe today. And she will get ready to shoot a pair here. Her first is money.
Yeah, she's 1 of 2 because somebody stepped in the lane, and that's my other rule change. If somebody steps in the lane,
it doesn't reflect
it
on you.
shouldn't count as a miss. Well, it shouldn't.
No. Bato's second. Good. So we'll say Bato's 3 of 3. Is that better? Are you all right?
3 of 3 to you, 4 of 4 to me, but she just didn't get credit for one. Yeah.
12-5, the Argos with the lead over the Digs. Montana Tech's offense looking to go here, but the Argos is going, shooting 50% from the floor. Great move, Riebel. Her shot won't go. Brought the defender off her feet. Loose on the ground. Badavinik trying to get on top of it, and we're going to get a jump ball call. Possession arrow will go to the Digs. Yeah, I think you bring up a great point. Montana Tech, it looks tight. They're not in their normal flow as of right now.
Yeah, and to me as a coach, I'd like a timeout because you need to talk to them about that. They've got to just relax and play. They're feeling the pressure from finishing second in the conference.
Liv Wongren right at the top of the horn. Across to Neibauer. Now to Humphreys. Hadley Humphreys gets bodied up, kicks it up top. Haber, left side, Badavinik. Batto now to Humphreys. She's going to fire the three. Gets it. Hadley Humphreys from downtown. 5 points on the day for Hadley. The Argos leading 12-8. Argos, Rigel through the paint. Double teamed, loose. And that one gets wrestled away. And a foul is going to go on Hadley Humphreys. So a hold call on Hadley, I believe, will bring her out. And Conan, actually, no, Haber comes out.
Yeah, that's only one on Humphreys.
Okay.
No way do you want her off the floor during the tournament game.
I was thinking it was two for some reason. My apologies. So at the foul line is going to be Lane Rigel. Again, the 5'11 freshman. And first free throw attempt is up and out, no good. Ball for attempt number 2. 3:05 left to play here in the first. The Argos by 4. That one rattles out wide right. Montana Tech with a rebound back the other way. Into the offensive side. Badavinik pulls the trigger, no good. Loose on the ground, picked up by Conan, and Conan will be fouled. She's just one of those people that is always in the right spot when it comes to like balls off of the rim, rebounding off the glass, whatever the case may be.
Well, you know, and for her size, she's really more athletic than most post players, and so that really helps her create things.
2:56 left to play here in the first quarter. And she's going to fire from the elbow. That one's no good. Neibauer with the rebound out to Badavinik. Batto, that one no good. Another rebound, Conan, and she steps on the baseline.
Yeah, she clearly got it. I got a good look from here, and I can't see very good. So
Argos
easy call.
Lead by 4. And the Argos will look to bring her down the floor. Montana Tech bringing pressure. Argos get into the offensive side. Drifting out to the right wing with it is Reger. Reger now to Riebel. Riebel looking for the entry pass. Instead moves it up top to Thurber. Dial fires. No good. And Badavinik comes out with it. Brooke Badavinik the other way. She'll move it across. Conan puts on the brakes at the arc. Inside it goes Hadley Humphreys. Double team, now triple teamed out to the wing Neibauer. Neibauer attacks, and it won't go, but Nibes is going to go to the line.
Yeah, you can count on her 100% attacking that rim, and she's really difficult. She's smart. She gets to the line. Really difficult to defend if you let her get into that paint.
Yeah, she is so athletic in her ability to get to the rim. So Nibes will go to the line. Neibauer, 73% from the foul line. She averages 6 points a game as a sophomore and knocks down her first here. So Neibauer gets her first point of this contest. The Argos lead by 3. Neibauer seconds, rattles out, and it's tracked down by Root. Argos, Riebel across midcourt. Moving to her left. Hands it off there, now to Dial. Spins it to her right, nice move back to her left hand. Stutter step as that one got kind of poke checked away from her momentarily, and Avery Carlson will go the other way.
Good job of doubling her up, and she didn't read it.
In the corner, three-point shot, no good. Neibauer thought that was down.
So did John Thatcher. That was halfway down.
Montana Tech, 1 of 6 from the three-point line so far today. Riebel to the baseline. Good defense. Haber comes back to Riebel, and she's able to put it up and in. Maddie Riebel, the redshirt freshman. That's a really nice take. Argos by 5. They have led by as much as 9. Avery Carlson in the lane knocks it down.
Nice take, nice read by Carlson.
Carlson, the junior. And the Argos back the other way. Cartwright for 3, no good. Nielsen with the rebound. Montana Tech going to put the pedal down.
Not a good shot. You got to have rebounders under there.
1 minute left. Big collision, whistle, and a foul on Cameron Cartwright. So Cartwright will pick up the personal. That's team foul number 5. Both teams in the bonus. And at the foul line is going to be Haber. So Hauber will go to the line here for Montana Tech. Hallie Hauber, sophomore from Billings, second team all-conference. Gets her first, and she'll get the ball for attempt number 2. Hauber's second is money. Makes both of those look pretty easy. She'll check out. Conan is back in. Argos by 1. Again, they led by as much as 9 early. They came out of the gates on fire. Montana Tech trying to reel them in here in this first frame. Dial. Liv Wongren all over her defensively. Pass near side. Riebel fires the 3. That one hits the iron, bounces out. Wongren somehow gets the rebound. She'll move it across to Carlson. Carlson down the floor. Avery Carlson calls out the offense. Around a screen right, up top to Humphreys. Good ball fake. She has a lane. Hadley Humphreys. She sold it with the head fake, and Humphreys takes it to the rack. She has 7.
Tough to guard, shoot the 3. She's really good at penetration. She's good at posting up.
And Badavinik gets her first steal on the wing. She's going to go to the rack with it. Brooke Badavinik gets the steal and the points. Montana Tech by 3. Great run to end the quarter for the Digs. They were down 9, and they look to go to the break with an advantage here, down to 4 seconds. Looking on the interior is Thurber. Big collision. And that's going to do it. We have 1 quarter in the books. Avery Carlson's shoe came off. She went to the ground so hard. So 10 minutes in the books. The Digs leading 17-14. Frontier Conference Tournament. We're back here in just a minute. Back here once again to the Butte Civic Center. Frontier Conference Tournament action. The Digs up 17-14. They trailed by 9 and then just came rumbling back. Hadley Humphreys 7 points right now. Brooke Badavinik with 5. Hauber and Van Blaricom each with 2. On the other side, Thurber with 4 points. It looks like Riebel and Reger each have 2. Ramirez with 2 and Dial with 1.
Yeah, I thought Providence came out towards the end there. They weren't being patient with their offense like they were early.
So back the other way. Providence driving through the lane. I'm throwing that one up off balance.
There's that defense Tech plays. They help out so well. You've got to come to a jump stop, make a decision from there.
So the travel will go to the Digs. Avery Carlson. Carlson across midcourts, calls out the offense. Montana Tech on a really nice run here. As the Argos. Cross-court pass, intercepted. Ramirez gets it. Quickly down the floor, Ramirez leads it to Riebel. Riebel wants the baseline. Comes back here on the near side to Reger. Out to Ramirez. Ramirez into the high post, pulls up, fires no good. Defensive rebound, Montana Tech will go the other way. Badavinik almost fell over, was smart to get rid of the basketball. Carlson drives, pulls up from 12 and gets it. Great shot by Avery Carlson.
That's what great point guards do. They read the floor. Nice job of using the glass on that shot.
A 5-point lead here for the Digs. Their biggest of the first half. Pass goes behind Dial. Had the right ideal, but Dial was a little bit ahead of her. So that turnover will go here to Montana Tech.
Yeah, Tech's defense has them in disarray right now. They're forcing things. They got to make the inside-out pass.
5 turnovers so far in the first half for the Argos. Tech leading 19-14. Carlson to Hauber at the left elbow. Puts the dribble down, turns, puts it up, and gets it. Boy, her touch has just gotten infinitely better as this year has gone on with those short jumpers in the paint.
She has really arrived as a player.
Ramirez to Dial. Dial moves it around the arc here on the near side. Tech leading by 7. Ramirez right at the top of the horn. Down the left side, spins, fakes the pass. Now kicks it out to the wing. Riebel steps back and fires. That one no good. Carlson comes away with it. UP is 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Montana Tech, little stutter step into the high post. They'll move it around left side. Carlson's going to fire. Avery Carlson hits the front of the rim, no good. Defensive rebound brought down by Thurber. And that pass too far out in front.
They've got to just slow down a little bit, Providence does, and be patient, run their stuff, get the ball reversed, look inside. They're trying to force things right now, and they have for the last 4 or 5 minutes. They have just got to be a lot more patient.
We have seen 2 runs thus far. The Argos started with the opener that got them up by 9. Now Montana Tech has fought back and grabbed themselves a 7-point lead. They'll see if they can move on that here. Neibauer across to Nielsen. Nielsen into the high post. Conan in trouble. Moves it out to Nielsen. Shot clock at 10. Neibauer. Jump stop. Ripped away whistle and a travel call.
Well, I didn't see a travel there, but I saw a good steal.
Yep, so the turnover either way will go to the Argos. Yeah, I'm with you. She wrestled that out of there.
Yep.
From our angle, I didn't see it. 7-point lead for the Digs. Argos looking to erase some of that. Martinez across to Cartwright. Cartwright looking left side, backdoor, down toward the baseline with it. Rigel, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage. Rigel's going to go to the foul line. So Lane Rigel, the freshman, back to the line.
Now, Providence needs to get something going that can inspire them. Maybe a couple free throws here, whatever, but they really are not in control of the game right now. Tech is.
Substitutions here for the Providence. Ramirez back talking to coach. And at the foul line is Rigel. She's 0-2 from the foul line so far today. Knocks down her first here. The Argos are 3 of 6 from the free throw line today. And Rigel gets the ball for attempt number 2. Her second is up and good. So Montana Tech the other way. Liv Wongren across the timeline. Wongren toward the top of the horn, moving to her right, has a little bit of an opening, spins into the lane, pulls up short, gets her own rebound. Wongren gets rid of it, out to Neibauer. Neibauer from the wing, no. And Ramirez the other way. Ramirez, little stutter step to the basket. That's a great take. Shot won't go. Boy, UP just can't get anything to go right now.
They can't buy a basket.
Badavinik down inside, fighting to the rack. Count it for Conan.
Nice drop step. Came back to the baseline. Nice. That's strong.
That's
That's where women struggle on that shot, and she just muscled it up.
You know, and she isn't as tall as a lot of post players, but in those situations like that, she is insanely strong.
Yes,
and she's moving players around under the basket that are bigger than she is. So Conan at the line, a chance at a three-point play. That one hits the back of the rim, no good. Defensive rebound, Argos, as Thurber comes out with it.
Argos got to get restructured on offense and look for some stuff.
Top of the key. Pass here on the near side. Rigel into the high posts to Ramirez.
The ball movement is not good enough for me as a coach right now.
And it feels like it started out far better.
Really good.
Yeah. Near side, Cartwright. Spinning in the lane. Rigel trying to get space. Her shot no good. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. And honestly, I think they're lucky it is just a shot clock violation because she got her lead elbow up. And it kind of surprised was not an offensive foul, to be honest.
Well, you never know what they're going to call.
No, you don't. You just truly don't. Avery Carlson the other way. Montana Tech leading by 7. Badavinik, left side, Nielsen. Nielsen, through the lane, and she'll get hammered.
Got grabbed by the arm. Had nowhere to go.
So that will put Olivia, no, non-shooting foul, excuse me. So Liv Wongren will inbound here for the Digs. So Wongren, Nielsen sets up in front of her. Badavinik in the quarter. Nielsen gets the lob. Olivia Nielsen hands it off. Wongren back to Olivia. Nielsen's going to fire. That one no good. Long rebound. Badavinik goes right back to the rim, and her shot no good. Second attempt no good. Now we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Who's it on? There was a mess down there. I don't know.
Big time. I'm guessing Thurber. Yep. So Thurber's going to get her second. Ainsley Thurber, the senior, will get her second personal foul. We talked about the Argos having trouble getting points, but they aren't exactly flowing at a high speed on the other side right now either. Brooke Badavinik in the corner. Avery Carlson, three-point shot, no good. Wongren attacking the rebound, out of bounds. UP basketball. Tech shooting 38%. University of Providence at 29% as of right now.
Yeah, and Providence started off shooting the lights out, and they've just disappeared.
UP bring her into the offensive side. Dial controlling. Brooke Dial, a junior out of Dallas, Texas. Top of the horn. Switch to her left hand, and she's going to attack. High off the glass, no good. Defensive rebound as Haber will clear it down to Badavinik. Bado to Nielsen. Back to Badavinik. Carlson calls for it and gets it. 5 minutes left to play. First half. Off the glass and in. Avery Carlson will roll it in. She has 4 points.
That's two nice glass shots from her.
9-point advantage for Tech. So both teams have led by 9 now. Dial on the right side. Pass comes up top. Looking for the backdoor cut. Instead, clears it out to Riebel. Riebel steps right, fires, no good. Long rebound. Badavinik had it, and she'll be fouled. As I believe Mokafisi is going to, no, Mokafisi's not on the floor. That's Rogel. Yeah, so Rogel will pick up her second personal foul, and we have a stoppage on the floor. 4:32 left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech leading 25-16. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in just a minute.
Nucor is a great company. They care about their people. They care about the environment.
I've never been restricted to fall in a box. I've never been told that I can't do something.
I saw it as a great opportunity to develop a career.
You create your own destiny at Nucor.
We're building something bigger out here at Nucor. Come join us.
Welcome back here once again as we are here, the Frontier Conference Tournament in Butte, Montana at the Butte Civic Center. It has been over 2 decades since this tournament was here in the mining city. Couple years here, couple of years at the MAC. And it could not be happier for this tournament to be back in the mining city. Oh, sorry. There you go.
In my mind, that's what started what this conference is now. Those years back here when they had the tournaments up at the MAC especially just changed the whole complexion of what basketball is about in the Frontier Conference.
Montana Tech basketball, Liv Wongren across the timeline. Bounce pass, Hadley Humphreys. Humphreys, top of the horn, rifles it out to Van Blaricom. Van Blaricom to Hadley. Hadley, out of Haber. UP doing a good job shutting down the lane. That one's tipped out and stolen by Cartwright. Thurber, little stutter step, drops it off. Now it comes back to Cartwright.
Good transition defense by Tech.
Riebel will set up the offense. 4 minutes left to play first half. 3-point shot, Thurber, no good. Long rebound, track down, Montana Tech with it.
Tech doing an outstanding job on the defensive boards.
Yeah, they're not giving UP any second chance looks right now.
They're not.
Bounce pass, right side. Hadley Humphreys, head fake once, goes up, just too shallow. And the Argos will go the other way. Just had no room to move down there.
In the crowd.
Argos into the offensive side. Wanted the backdoor cut. Well defended. Dial gets it. Dial near side. As Reger now to Thurber. Thurber got heat tape on her left calf. Shot clock down to 5. Big collision on the wing. Driving. Thurber. Pull up. Hits the iron. No good. Tipped out. Saved. Great work by Thurber on the baseline. Comes across to Cartwright. Wide open 3. That one's short. And on the rebound, we're going to get a whistle and a foul as Thurber and Wongren were battling, and Wongren on the losing end.
Yeah, that's a good foul. Thurber had great inside position had she been able to get the rebound. But right now, Providence is really struggling to put points on the board. The defense from Montana Tech is outstanding.
And they'll look to bring her in here, University of Providence. Underneath, shot goes up and out. Argos as going to the foul line.
Yeah.
Nice take that time by Reger.
They know Conan's going to get off her feet because she's a shot blocker, and she did a good job of getting her in the air.
So Reger at the line. McKenna Reger, 6-foot senior, will go to the line. Her first free throws here of the contest. Her first one is up and in. The Argos right now 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Second is good as well. So the Argos getting some points from the foul line as we have a 4-2 brawl this quarter. No team is able to find any points right now. Avery Carlson up top. Carlson now will back out. Entry pass, didn't see it coming. That one's tipped out to Wongren. Diggs, stay alive. Wongren's going to square up and put that one up, no good. Offensive rebound, Batavinik. Her pass is tipped, goes to the ground. Argos will get it. So the Argos, Ramirez. Now up top, pass goes wide lefts. Down to Riebel. Riebel on the baseline. One fake. Goes up with the right hand and puts it down. That's a nice take by Maddie Riebel.
Yeah, a lot of patience on that. She got the defender to get up in the air on the pump fake.
Montana Tech with 2 field goals this quarter. The Argos with 1. Nielsen, 3-point shot, no good. Riebel, good motion, gets the rebound back the other way. Diggs by 5. As the entry pass down to the baseline. Thurber backing it up. Wants to go back to her right hand. Instead kicks it to the wing. Dial for 3, and Dial lights it up.
Yeah, scorer takes, I think that's her first basket.
That it is.
She's getting warmed up.
4 points for Dial. Sorry, brother. 2-point lead for Tech. Both teams have led by 9. The Argos right out of the gate led by 9. Montana Tech clawed back and got their own 9-point lead. And now the Argos making some traction. Batavinik, double team, travel call.
Yeah, she took 2 steps there. Good defense, good defensive pressure.
So we've seen both teams adjust defensively.
And we've seen both teams go cold shooting.
Yes.
So these 2 teams match up well. I said that before the game. Anything can happen in this game.
The Argos are 1 of 4 from the floor here in this quarter. Montana Tech is 2 of 6. Across the timeline with it, Riebel. Riebel hands it off. Driving. Ball almost stripped away. Out to the edge. Cartwright for 3, no good. Long rebound as Neibauer comes out with it. Less than a minute to play. Neibauer. Van Blaricom into Haber. Haber one-on-one off the glass and in. They're doubling down on Humphreys, but they're not doubling down on Haber, and she is getting some good looks.
Yeah, and that's where Tech's got to put the ball.
6 points on the day for Haber. Turnover. We'll come back to the digs. 33 seconds remaining in the first half. Montana Tech leading 27-23. Avery Carlson setting up the offense. Carlson letting some time go here. Shot clock down to 10. Entry, Hadley Humphreys to the left elbow. Humphreys kicks it out on the edge. 3-point shot, Haber, and Haber drains it.
There's your X factor.
Hauber knocks down the 3. Montana Tech by 7. Nice job getting into the offensive zone, firing at the horn, and Riebel unable to get it down. So we have one half in the books. Montana Tech leading 30-23. Frontier Conference tournament action here at the Frontier Conference. We'll take a break. We're back here in just a few.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here once again to the Butte Civic Center Frontier Conference Tournament here on the Frontier Conference YouTube page. As always, thanks for joining us, Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. First 20 minutes behind us, brother. Give us your take.
Well, I think the game is going from looking good at times to sloppy at times.
Yeah.
So both of them have to go in and make adjustments on that. One of the things I think is Providence got to be a lot more patient on their offense if they want to beat this Montana Tech team. Montana Tech also, to me, Hauber's getting a mismatch, and I think she's got to get the ball a lot more. She's being really effective today. And I'm a coach that doesn't go away from players that are putting it in the hoop, and especially if you got a mismatch down on the block, she makes it look easy.
Yeah, Hauber is 3 of 4 from the floor right now, and she is making it look pretty darn easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, 4 times she's had the ball to shoot. She needs it more than that because she is the X factor for Montana Tech right now.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers here, shall we? We'll start things off for the University of Providence. As we'll start things off in the team number side of things. They are 7 of 25 from the floor, shooting 28% as a team and 25% from the three-point line, as they are 2 of 8 from deep. And those are your shooting numbers, 7 of 10 from the foul line, so 70% from the stripe there in the first 20 minutes. Individually, they have 4 ladies with 4 points apiece. Riebel, Thurber, Reger, and also Dial, all with 4 points. And from there, you have Cartwright with 3, Rigel with 2, Ramirez with 2 for the University of Providence. Let's see, rebounding-wise, they're led by Cartwright and Riebel. Both have 4 apiece. And that's kind of how things look for the University of Providence here through the first 20 minutes of this one. Team number-wise, beyond that, they're actually out-rebounding Montana Tech by a pretty good clip. 24 total rebounds, Montana Tech with 15. UP has 9 offensive rebounds as of right now and have accounted for 9 second-chance points, according to the official numbers.
That's what's keeping them in the game then.
That's it. Let's go to the other side of things right now. Pardon me as I cough out a lung. The other side right now for Montana Tech, they are led by Hallie Haber. 9 points on the day for Haber as she really having a nice first half. As we already mentioned, she's 3 of 4 from the floor. She's 2 of 2 from the foul line. She leads the digs with 9 points as of right now. Hadley Humphreys with 7 points. Brooke Badavinik with 5. Carlson with 4. From there, you have Van Blaricom, Conan, each with 2, and Haley Nybauer with 1 point on the day, as she is 1 of 2 from the free throw line here to get this one started. Other numbers: Carlson, Badavinik, and Wongren each have 3 rebounds leading the digs at this point. Montana Tech 15 total rebounds. 3 of those are offensive, accounting for 0 second chance points. They have 7 points in the paint. And from there, trying to see, and that's where I guess we'll call it. That looks like it. Montana Tech looks like 5 points off the bench on the other side for the University of Providence. Also 5 points off the bench after 20 minutes.
Yeah, so we have a big, whatever the word is, in rebounding, and
Yeah.
Great Falls has it. But they're not taking advantage of that advantage because they're not being patient enough on offense. I think they're forcing a lot of shots. And Montana Tech, on my side of it, is not going to the block enough because that really is their powerhouse against a lot of teams. And so we've had an early run by Great Falls, another big run by Montana Tech, another run by Great Falls, and here's another run by Montana Tech. So it's really a game that is a coach's nightmare, to be quite frank with you, unless you're in the lead and you can go in and fix some things. But I don't think Montana Tech is taking and great. Providence has studied film. They know where Montana Tech wants to attack you, and that's in that paint because that's where they're best, and I believe that. But I don't think Tech's shown enough patience to see who's guarding Haber. Just show me who's guarding Haber, and let's find out if she has a mismatch. We can get her down there.
Well, again, we are at the half. Montana Tech leading 30-23. Frontier Conference action here on with the Frontier Conference at the Butte Civic Center. Your second half is coming up in just a few. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Matt Steppen, Athletic Director at Montana Tech, and I want to welcome all members of the Ordigger family, past, present, and future, to the brand new Montana Tech Hyper Complex. We're excited to announce a modernization project that will enhance the experience on campus for all students, faculty, staff, and the entire Ordigger community. With a state-of-the-art hyper facility, our Montana Tech students and athletic programs will experience an athletics facility like no other in the NAIA. Excited to present to you the future of Montana Tech athletics.
Back here once again to the Butte Civic Center as the women starting to make their way back out toward the floor. Montana Tech leading by 7, 30-23. We'll go to the men's bracket here in a minute, but let's talk about the women's bracket here for a moment. Our women's bracket, we have one team advancing, Dakota State, all over Bismarck State earlier. And Dakota State has advanced into the semifinal round where they'll take on either Rocky Mountain College or MSU Northern Saturday at noon. Montana Tech on the other side of the bracket. Whoever wins this one will play Sunday at 2:30. And that will be Sunday at 2:30. So the other game, Sunday at noon, Sunday at 2:30. The winner of this will take on either Carroll or Western. Okay. You didn't even care. You were just eating M&Ms.
I am. I'm getting fat.
All right.
I'm putting on a lot of weight.
Let's talk about the first half and what you see changing here in the second half, JT. Obviously, shots were not falling. The teams still feel really tense, real tight on the floor. How do you address that in the locker room?
You tell them, relax, play the game, run our stuff, get the ball to where it belongs. Great Falls has a big rebounding edge right now, and they haven't taken advantage of it, and that's because they're not shooting the ball well. But I also don't think their shot selection has been great. They're not shooting the three real well, and they certainly aren't getting the ball around the basket and putting it in the hoop. So simply put, they've got to shoot the ball better, no questions about it. They also had 9 turnovers, which to me is too many.
Yeah.
I'm a limiter between 4 and 6, and so that's cost them some points, and Tech's taking advantage of that. They've got to make a couple runs of their own and get back in this game because the next 3 minutes are going to dictate, can this be a blowout or can this be a basketball game? So both teams have to settle down and do what's right. Great Falls got to find somebody that's going to shoot the ball well. Their leading scorer has 4 points, and Tech knows who she is, where she is, and they're doubling her up, making her either take a bad shot or pass the ball. So they've got to find a scorer, and shortly.
Well, we are at the half. Montana Tech leads by 7. On the Montana Tech side, Hauber has 9 points. As Hauber sits with 9 points as of right now. She's 3 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 1 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And she is the leading scorer. Hadley Humphreys with her with 7 points. You have Badavinik with 5, Carlson with 4 for Montana Tech. On their side of the coin, what do you expect to see, if anything, different here in the second half?
I don't see anything different. I think they got to probably take as good a care of the ball as they did in the first half. They only had 4 turnovers, 5 maybe?
6.
6 turnovers. That's really livable. So I don't see a lot of things change. I think maybe with both teams, I think better ball movements got to come into place. A lot of times they're catching and looking instead of catching and getting rid of it, or they're catching and wasting the dribble. Move the ball, make the defense move, attack.
Well, we are getting ready for the second half. This is the final game on the women's side of the bracket for today. Then we will go to the men's side of the bracket as we threw it up a little bit earlier here. As you see action starting at 5 o'clock tonight, Rocky will take on Mayville. Rocky, the 1 seed, Mayville, the 8 seed. And that will be our next game on the floor at 5 p.m. After that, we'll have Northern and Bellevue as Northern comes in. And actually, those are flops. Isn't that lovely? Bellevue, the 2 seed. Northern is the 7 seed. But we'll get that changed and get back to you. But that's kind of how things look as far as the men's side here tonight. Once again, we have Rocky and Mayville at 5 o'clock at 7:30. We have Bellevue and Northern. Bellevue, the 2 seed. Northern, the 7 seed. Tomorrow's action on the men's side, you have Western and Tech at 5 p.m. Western, the 4 seed. Tech, the 5 seed. And they will play at 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then the nightcap tomorrow on the men's side has Carroll College, the 3 seed, taking on Dakota State, the 6 seed, and those are the men's games tomorrow.
Yeah, great matchups, outstanding basketball. Even if you're not a fan, you can't help but come to this stuff and enjoy it. This is good stuff.
As we get ready here for the second half, there's a little foul trouble, but not much. Couple players with 2, nobody with 3, though. So fouls really shouldn't play much of a factor as we make our way toward the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, as I said, the first 3 minutes are going to dictate the progression of this game, and we'll see which team responds to those 3 minutes.
All right, so teams back out on the floor for Montana Tech: Hadley Humphreys, Liv Wongren, also Avery Carlson, Brooke Badavinik, and Haley Haber on the floor. You have Dial, Riebel. Actually, it looks like the starting lineup again on the other side: Thurber, Reger, and
the other one's hiding from
yeah,
her.
I was going to say, she's hiding behind Brooke Badavinik.
She is. Can't even see her. There you go.
And it looks like, it's Ramirez. There we go.
Yeah.
So Montana Tech with the basketball, Avery Carlson. She'll get it up. Hadley Humphreys in the high post. Spins to her left, double team, back to her right hand. Humphreys shot no good. Tipped out by Wongren, and UP comes out of the pile with it. Thurber puts on the brakes, almost taken away, hands it off to Ramirez.
Yeah, post players need not dribble down the floor.
Ramirez moves it right side to Dial. Dial back up top. UP, 2 ladies down in the paint, comes up to get it. Reger turns and fires and gets it. Nice looking shot, McKenna Reger.
That is as much patience as Providence has shown offensively.
6 points for Reger. She is now their leading scorer. The lead is 5 for Montana Tech. Both teams led by 9. Pass to the baseline, intercepted by Reger. Boy, quick hand. She just jumped on that and took off. Into the offensive side come the Argos. Riebel running the point, moves it left side to Dial. Martinez will now come up to get it. Near side, Riebel. 1:10 gone here in this third quarter. Martinez, switch dribble, taken away. Avery Carlson tipped it. The digs will go the other way.
Had nothing, just get the ball reversed.
Carlson up top. Driving, Haber, high off the glass. Her shot no good. Reger will grab the glass, and she'll bring it back the other way. Both teams just fighting to get things down through the bottom of the net right now. The inlet pass to Thurber off her fingertips, and that will be a turnover, Montana Tech.
Those are the kind of mistakes, turnovers that Providence cannot have. There was no pressure from anywhere, and just threw it off her hands.
Avery Carlson will bring it across the timeline. Bounce pass to Haber. Haber, near side, Carlson. Back to Badavinik. Around a screen, Badavinik gets hammered as she lets that one go. Goes to the ground, picked up Haber, fighting. Haber's shot won't go, but she's going to go to the foul line.
Well, if that's the only way she's going to get the ball, then get it, because she is a beast down there.
So that will put Haber at the line. And Haley, will shoot her first here and gets it down. Haley Haber, second team all-conference. Young sophomore out of Billings. It's just been fantastic. Her second is on the way, and good. It feels like her comfort level is settling down. Like she feels like she's at home over the last month or so.
Absolutely, she has.
Dial moves it up top to Thurber. Thurber to Martinez. Martinez down the right side of the paint. She's going to attack. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Thurber is there for the rebound and the putback.
Thurber got great defensive positioning, offensive positioning to get the board.
Thurber, a very quiet 6 points right now. And that one's wrestled away. Dial will go the opposite direction, and Liv Wongren's going to be called with a push.
She pushed her.
Got that lead hand up and gave a little shove. 7:35 left to play in the third. Substitutions. Van Blaricom is in for the digs. Also, Nielsen is in. Dial will inbound to Martinez. Martinez across the timeline to Dial. Dial looking on the interior. Want to go in motion as Reger sends him in motion. Pass down the left side. Thurber attacks with the right hand. Her shot no good, but a whistle and a foul is going to put Thurber at the line.
There's a great example of great defensive positioning, but the offensive player took her hip to her hip and gets the call. You can't play defense any better than that.
So Thurber will go to the line, averaging 11 points a game. Her first free throw here is up and out, no good. She's a 71% free throw shooter. And if memory serves correct, I think the Argos are a really good free throw shooting team. And Thurber's second is good. 4-point lead for the Digs. Avery Carlson across midcourt. Carlson right at the top of the horn. Switch to her left hand. She has space. Ball stripped away. Nielsen gets it. Nielsen up to Van Blaricom. Hauber spins. Gets the shot up. Offensive. They're going to give her the offensive with the shoulder shrug. Sent the defender sliding.
Yeah, Tech has come out a little bit flat. That's why I thought the first 3 minutes are real important. Argos have shown patience. Tech has not been as patient. They're flat.
3 minutes gone here in the third quarter.
Jeff Graham just get a tee. Be careful. Be careful.
So Coach Graham will get a technical foul. And UP will get a couple free shots. So Coach Graham called with the technical. And going to the foul line shooting those is McKenna Rager. Rager, the 6-foot senior. She'll shoot with the empty key. Coach Himmelberg sends in directions via Martinez. Rager's first is up and in. So Rager will get the ball for attempt number 2. The Digs by 3. University of Providence jumped out to a 9-point lead early. Montana Tech then came storming back, got their own 9-point lead. And then we've kind of hovered in this 3 to 6 point lead for Montana Tech for a while now.
Yeah, they've only scored 2 points this half.
Yeah, Montana Tech shooting 33%. And on the other side, the Argos at 19%. Argos. Dial in the high post, moves it across to Martinez. Martinez out to the wing. Good head fake, drive, whistle, and a foul.
Yeah, Tech's not moving on defense like they were in the first half. They really aren't. They usually close that kind of stuff down. That's a great take.
3-point lead for Montana Tech, needing a spark here. Van Blaricom will check out. Neibauer will come in. Also on the other side here for the Argos, Root will check in. Diamond Root.
Argos can attack the basket now. Tech with their 5th foul. Could be a real issue by the end of this quarter.
No joke. That's a lot of possible points. Is at the foul line. First is up and good for Rager. So Rager gets her first. She'll shoot one more. The Argos down by 2. Looking to shoot some free throws here for the remainder of this third.
Yeah, that could play out big time.
Tech's lead is cut to 1. Momentum with UP right now. Avery Carlson. Pass comes up top to Nielsen. They'll lob it into Hauber. Hauber with the left hand. Fights her way to the rack. No good. Rebound, Cartwright. Tech is 0-4 from the floor this quarter. Cartwright moves it here near side. Martinez. Back out left. Rager. Looking on the interior. Martinez gets it. Or Ramirez, excuse me. That one tipped away. Montana Tech the other way.
Great read by Badavinik defensively.
Badavinik drives into the paint and is fouled by Ramirez. So Eliana Ramirez, the junior, will pick up the personal. She'll check out, and Rebo will come in. These two guards have played really well here today for the Argos.
Excellent. Once again, they haven't just had somebody take over the game from the scoring. You know, it's the Michael Jordan era. Give Michael the ball. There's nobody out there they're doing that with.
Carlson all the way up top, Badavinik. Tech's lead has been cut to 1 as the Argos outscoring Montana Tech 8-2 right now. 3-point shot, Badavinik, no good. Big rebound, Hadley Humphreys, and she'll get fouled. Nice offensive glass by Hadley, and she will go to the foul line.
Yeah, this is the first thing really this quarter in 4 minutes that Tech has made notice of.
Hadley Humphreys at the foul line. She's a 69% free throw shooter. She averages 11 points a contest. She currently sits with 7 Montana Tech just struggling to get anything going offensively here in this third quarter. Humphreys first is good. Diggs by 2. Her second is on the way and good. So Hadley Humphreys gets them both down. Montana Tech leads by 3. 34-31. Riebel into the offensive side. Bounce pass comes here on the near side. Driving, double teamed. Nowhere to go for Rigel. Instead, she'll come up top. Thurber's going to fire. That one front of the rim, no good. Tipped by Wongren, but UP comes out with it. Dial has it. Cartwright will get that rebound. Thurber drives, kicks it out on the edge. Baseline opening. Nice step through. Shot is up and out, no good. Boy, the Argos are doing an excellent job of attacking the rim in this third quarter.
Because they're moving the ball around the horn and they're being patient. They do not have the athletes overall that Montana Tech does, so they've got to show a lot more patience, and that's what they're doing.
Boy, we talked a lot there, especially it felt like in that second quarter about their lack of ball movement, and that has changed a lot here this quarter.
Yeah, funny thing what coaches do at halftime, move the ball, quit dribbling.
At the line, Rigel. Lane's first, spins out, no good. The Argos are 11 of 17 from the free throw line. And gets the ball for attempt number 2. Second is up and good. So Rigel gets the second, 1 of 2. Diggs by 2. Both teams have led by 9. Liv Wongren into the offensive side. Puts on the brakes, wants to enter into the high post. Well defended. Instead, out to Conan. Conan. Switch to her left hand. Up top to Wongren. Wongren spins. Left hand, whistle and a foul.
Anytime Tech does something in the paint, good things happen.
So Liv Wongren will go to the line.
Right now, Tech to me is playing not to lose instead of to win. They look so tentative.
And it's so anti the way they have played the last month.
Yes, absolutely.
So Liv Wongren at the line, averaging 12 a game. She's an 84% free throw shooter. As I break a cough drop, bear with me. Sorry about that. So Wongren gets her first. And she'll get the ball for attempt number 2. Liv Wongren, senior leader for this Ordinger team. The lead is out to 4. And pressure, Avery Carlson back there on Riebel. Into the offensive side, Maddie Riebel dribbling to her right. Passes that way to Rigel. Rigel down in. Hadley Humphreys tips it. It goes out of bounds. And they'll say University of Providence basketball. And it looks like they are going to ask for a replay. And it looks like that's the call. They're going to ask for a replay. And I like the ask for the replay on this. We have a really good angle on it up here.
Yes, and the player just told Jeff, I touched it last. So
okay.
There is no replay.
Okay.
Well, maybe there is.
Yep, they're going to come over.
Oh.
4:53 left to play here in the third. Montana Tech leading 36-32. And they will take a look at the replay.
It looked to me like the player told Jeff, it touched me last, but...
And I saw him start that conversation of where was it? Did you touch it last or not? So they will take a look at the replay and go from there. Montana Tech in need of some offense here in this third quarter, as they just unable to get anything to go down. We've seen long stretches out of both teams in this ball game where they've had trouble scoring the basketball, and it's not just one; it has been both. Throughout this contest.
Well, they both understand two things. One is the athlete that they're playing against, and number 2, the system that they're playing in, and they're doing a good job of making their progression difficult.
So they'll continue to eyeball the replay here. 4-point lead for Montana Tech, 36-32. 4:53 left to play here in the third. We go to the guys' side of the bracket after this, as our first game will be Rocky and Mayville. Rocky, the 1 seed, Mayville, the 8 seed. And then we have the 2 seed in the Bellevue Bruins taking on Northern. That one's scheduled to go at 7:30. The officials
might be too close to see, because they're taking a lot of time, too much time. Get the players out on the floor. Let's play.
So the officials now going to come together and chat about it. And they will say Montana Tech basketball.
Good challenge.
So the replay pays off, and Montana Tech will get the basketball. They lead 36-32. Tech shooting 36% overall.
And neither team blistering the nets.
No. UP at 32% for the game. Into the offensive side, Avery Carlson. Bounce pass, Hadley Humphreys. Humphreys attacking, ball stripped away. Able to get it back. Humphreys tries to step through. She's in trouble. And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage. Jump ball will go to the Argos. Nice job defensively that time by UP. Tech by 4.
Humphreys knows she's going to draw people. She can't put the dribble to the floor the second time.
Argos into the offensive side. Across the timeline. Rebel looking to go left. Passes that way to Cartwright. Cartwright across to Rigel. Rigel fights her way up toward the top of the horn. Near side to Cartwright. She has the opening. And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage as Haber is going to be called. Well, the officials, we never did see them make a call. Was it?
Well, what it was, they called the foul, but she traveled. I thought that's what the call was going to be, late.
So that will go against Haber. And at the foul line is going to be Thurber.
Man, fouls coming down, free throws, how important they are.
Boy, we mentioned that there wasn't a whole lot of foul trouble in the first half. That's really going to possibly change here as we continue. So Ainsley Thurber at the line for her second. And she goes 2 of 2. Argos within 2. Montana Tech back into the offensive side for them. Haber has 3 personals. On the other side, several players with 2 for the University of Providence. 4 minutes left to play third. Haber, jump stop out to Neibauer. Both teams looking for somebody to give them a spark here. Hadley Humphreys attacks, count it, and the foul with the right hand.
That's a great angle. That's a great diagonal dribble, and she got her.
Hadley Humphreys leans into the defender, gets the call, and she will shoot 1. Humphreys now into double digits with 11. She has a chance to be the leading scorer on the floor with this free throw attempt. So Hadley Humphreys, 70% free throw shooter. My rounding is not good, obviously, and she'll get the ball for 1. She makes it happen. 12 points on the night for Hadley. She is the leading scorer. Haber has 11 for the Digs. On the other side, Reger has 11 for the Argos. Tech by 5. University of Providence into the offensive side. Pass goes left to Rigel. Rigel to Cartwright. Cartwright to the baseline. Rigel tried the wraparound. Double team. Nice job by Humphreys. Dial for 3. It's up and out. Rebound, Haber. Montana Tech will push them. Now they'll slow it down a little bit. Avery Carlson down the wing, knocked out of bounds. Tech basketball. 3:28 left to play here in the third.
Montana Tech has Dial's a real key player to this offense for Providence, and Montana Tech has really taken her out of the basketball game.
I went to see how many shots she has. I'm surprised to see she has 7 shots.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have given her that many.
Might have probably given her 4.
She's 1 of 7 according to the book. Because I was with you, I was thinking a handful if that. Haber in trouble, trying to find somewhere to go, down to Neibauer. Neibauer attacks, her shot won't go. Offensive rebound, Haber whistles, and a jump ball on the baseline. So the possession arrow will go to the Digs. Montana Tech leading 39-34. The inbound left side, Hauber. Hauber gets it on the interior. Now a whistle and a foul on Dial.
She had her posted up clean.
So Dial will be called with it. Both teams now in the bonus. So Conan going to check in here for the Digs. As going out will be Hauber. Now Badavinik will check in as well. Neibauer will check out. So Liv Wongren will go to the stripe here for the Digs. Wongren, the senior. Her first is money.
Not the person you want to put to the line if she's your opponent, because this girl can shoot free throws.
She'll get the ball for number 2, and that one rattles in. Tech pushes their lead out to 7, the biggest they've seen in some time. University of Providence across the timeline. Riebel, pass gets inside to Thurber. Thurber steps through the defender, shot no good. Big rebound, Wongren, and she's fouled. 90-foot foul on the other side. Montana Tech feels like they're starting to get a little swagger back here, JT, because it's been gone for a while.
Yeah, it has. And once again, especially in a foul situation, you want to get the people that can shoot free throws for you. And Wongren is not the one you want to send to the line from this team. There's a reason she's first team all-conference. But an 85% free throw shooter, you do not want to see her walking to the line.
Liv Wongren a chance to stretch the lead out here for Montana Tech. And knocks down the first. Montana Tech as a team shooting 85% from the foul line. Wongren herself is 5 of 5. Second is money. So Wongren, 6 points on the night. UP with the basketball. Avery Carlson will stay in the backcourts and just say hi.
Just make life miserable for guards.
Rigel down the right side. Making her way to the baseline, finding space. She'll get the basket and the foul. That's a strong take by Lane Rigel.
Yeah, Conan should have just held her ground and forced her to charge, but she kept backing up when she was pushing down. Great job by Providence from the post.
So Lane Rigel, the freshman, will go to the line. Free throw is up and good. 3-point play for her.
You have to teach players how to flop, too, in critical situations. There was a time right there that it could have happened.
A 6-point lead for Montana Tech. Both teams have led by 9. Conan through the paint to the baseline, and a block call.
Boy, that was a late call.
Very late whistle on the baseline, and that will go against Rigel.
They don't get it much better than this officiating crew. They're really good.
2:27 left to play here in the third quarter. Frontier Conference tournament action. The winner of this one will play on Sunday. They'll play either, Carroll or Western? Carroll and Western, the final women's game tomorrow. As at the line, Conan gets her first, the young freshman out of Dillon. And Conan, 3 points, looking to add to that. That one rattles out, no good. Dial with a rebound. So Dial back the other way. Dial across midcourt. Wants to go to her left. Wongren picks her up defensively. And a block call on Wongren.
Yeah, she got Wongren to turn her hips and took advantage of it.
So Wongren picks up the personal, and that will put Dial back at the foul line.
Yeah, Providence needs Dial to get involved more heavily in the offense, and I think she needs to have the ball in her hands and go to the hoop just like she did there. I don't think the 3-point line's her answer right now.
Brooke Dial, 74% free throw shooter. Averages 14 points a game. And Brooke's first is up and good. So Brooke will shoot one more here. She has 4 points today. Her second is on the way. Rattles out. Badavinik with a rebound. Badavinik, 5 rebounds in this contest. She has 3 steals on top of that as well. Avery Carlson drifts to the left elbow, backs up to the wing. AC bounce pass to Badavinik. Now across, Van Blaricom will fire, no good. Coming out with a rebound is Cartwright. So Cameron Cartwright, the senior guard, will bring it into the offensive side. A 6-point lead for Montana Tech. As UP looking to set it up. Dial has an opening. Dial steps through the paint. Shot is up and in.
Yeah, that's what she's got to do. Go to the hoop with the ball. She's really strong.
Good take by Brooke Dial. AC will look to answer. Avery Carlson to the baseline, no good. Hauber grabs the rebound, and a jump ball will favor the Argos.
Just seems to me nobody wants to take off and win this thing. They just understand each other so well, and it's just fun to watch.
I truly, I was kind of in that same boat. Exactly thinking those same lines, that nobody really wants to just step away here right now. And the doors open on both sides.
Yes.
A 4-point advantage for the Digs. Cartwright, wide left wing, hands it off. Now it comes up top as Thurber has it. Now to Dial. Dial, switch to the left hand, into the high posts. Backs it out to Thurber. Thurber driving, turns, forces it up, no good. Tipped up by Hauber, goes to the ground. Nielsen able to come away with it.
Not a good shot.
Wongren into the offensive zone. Tech by 4. Wongren, top of the horn. Wongren double teamed, in trouble. And she'll go to the ground, tied up. Possession arrow to Montana Tech.
Brought it down to her belly button. Got to keep it under your chin. 2 dribbles. Somebody's there besides your defender.
Liv Wongren looks to inbound. Substitution. Maddie Riebel will check in. Cartwright will go out. Cameron Cartwright, another one I've been kind of expecting to go off a little bit here. She only has 3 shots so far on the day.
Yeah, she's not touching the ball a lot.
Wongren. Inbound to Nielsen. Nielsen, good head fake. Steps in, double team, bounce pass underneath. Nice take, Hauber.
Yeah, there's a mismatch. Hauber, a guard on Hauber, just total mismatch.
13 points for Hauber. Montana Tech by 6 with 30 seconds remaining in the third. Pass goes out to Dial from Ramirez. Dial driving through the lane. Scoop shot. Launches that one up, and she is going to go back to the line. So Brooke Dial starting to make some headway here as this ball game rolls to its conclusion.
Doing what she has to do to be successful, and that is get to the rim.
Olivia Nielsen charged with a personal. That's her second. And at the line, the first is up and good. So Brooke Dial, the junior out of Dallas, gets the ball for attempt number 2 and rumbles that one in. So Dial, 9 points so far on the day. She's 4 of 6 from the foul line. And Liv Wongren will look to inbound here for Montana Tech.
Yeah, going to set up some kind of play. Don't run the clock down. Don't stand out at midcourt. Get the ball moved. Get a backdoor play, whatever.
Dial, they pull her out with 3 personals. Good call. 2-3 zone here for UP as they come into the offensive zone. Pass left wing into the high post. It goes to Humphreys. Humphreys steps back, fires the 3. No good. Huge rebound, Liv Wongren, and she just gets hammered. So Liv Wongren is going to go to the foul line here for Montana Tech. Frontier Conference tournament action. As always, thanks for joining us on a Friday. I apologize, and I will continue to do so. My days are a mess this week, and especially when we get to Saturday, Sunday, I know it's going to be awful when I start saying things.
Nobody's going to want to talk to us anyway. So
Wongren gets number 1 through. Liv Wongren, the senior leader for this team.
Got to pick up and stop the ball. 5.5 seconds. Force them to throw it long.
Wongren with 7 points, make it 8. And all of her points from the foul line. She's 8 of 8 from the foul line. Montana Tech by 6. They'll send him in motion. The inbound to Riebel. Down to 3 seconds. Riebel across the timeline. Stops, puts it up, and had a good look at it. That one does not go. So with 10 minutes left in regulation, Montana Tech leads 48-42. Frontier Conference tournament action. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in just a minute. Welcome back here once again to the Butte Civic Center. Frontier Conference tournament action. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. 6-point lead for Montana Tech. Both teams have had 9-point leads. The Digs have led the entirety of the second and third quarter, but just been kind of a slugfest back and forth.
Yeah, they both understand each other so well. It just comes down to the shooting factor, and Montana Tech shooting the ball a little bit better than Great Falls.
We have a tale of two tapes here. Certainly, our first game, neither team could miss a shot.
Yeah.
And this game, neither team have gone stretches where they could buy one. Riebel, top of the key, backdoor cut, open this time. Left-handed, won't go. Defensive rebound, Haber. Nice take by Ramirez. Haber, rebound number 5. Montana Tech the other way. Inlet it goes. Hadley Humphreys through the double team, up to Haber. She's going to pop the 3. Haber, no good. Rebound, and Hadley Humphreys is up over the top. So Humphreys will pick up the personal. That's her third. And 30 seconds in, they get their first whistle. Again, we had a lot of whistles in that third, a lot of foul shots.
Yeah, if I'm Providence, I'm going at Humphreys a little bit this half with 3 fouls on her. He's leaving her in.
Riebel. Pass goes all the way up top to Ramirez. Ramirez moving to her right. Stops at the elbow, lobs it down to the block. Thurber. That one knocked away. Great hands, Brooke Badavenik.
Just anticipates so well.
The all-Frontier defensive team player to the baseline. Wongren had it. It's knocked out of bounds. Tech basketball.
Wongren was the most surprised player on the floor to see the ball there.
She couldn't believe that thing landed in her lap. 6-point lead for Tech. Avery Carlson. Pass comes up to the foul line. Inside it goes. And Wongren dribbles out. 8:56 left to play in the ball game. Tech with the basketball, leading by 6. The inlet, Humphreys, triple team. They'll move it around to Badavenik. Badavenik wide open. Brooke Badavenik, it won't go.
Good look, good ball movement.
Dial gets back quickly. Montana Tech, good defense, stripped away from Dial. Shot blocked. That's going to go out of bounds, and it will remain UP basketball. That was a great defensive stand by Montana Tech with a strip ball and then a shot block. 8:36 left to play.
Yeah, I think smart move. He pulled Humphreys for a few minutes with 3 fouls.
Argos inbound underneath to Rieger. She'll turn, puts it up with the right hand, no good. Haber was there defensively. Now she will be hit with a personal foul.
Yeah, I don't know why she put the dribble to the floor. She should have just went up with it.
So that is foul number 4 on Rieger. And we have a timeout on the floor. 8:32 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 48-42. We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, in just a few.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
(48-42), the Digs up over the Argos. Frontier Conference action here on the Frontier Conference channel. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. Providence shooting 31%. Montana Tech at 35% as of right now.
Yeah, nobody's tearing the nets down. There's no question about that.
Yeah, there have been some cold stretches here. Montana Tech shot 20% in the third quarter. They were 2 of 10 and still able to hold on to a lead. Wongren steps back left side. Pass goes down in the corner. That one's going to be booted.
Yeah, I like it. Haber's working hard to get the ball down there, and that's the person they should enter to. She's got to do something with it.
So the Digs will adjust here. Substitution as Diamond Root will check in. Going to the bench is going to be Rogel.
Yeah, they brought a taller person into guard Harbor.
So Wongren, pass comes to Badavinik. Around a screen, Badavinik attacks. She'll put it up off balance, no good. That one knocked to the ground. Neibauer saves it out to Badavinik. Brooke Badavinik. Right side of the key, up top, Nielsen. Nielsen. Now to Haber. Haber attacking in the lane. Pass is tipped away. Nielsen saves it. Shot clock at 5. Nielsen across the baseline. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Second, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
That's just hustle. That's outright hustle by Montana Tech.
Great work by Nielsen. Olivia Nielsen will go to the foul line. I believe she said when I talked to her yesterday, she was going to go to Casa Grande's for celebratory sushi last night, so hopefully she was able to make that happen.
Oh. I'm jealous.
I am too. She didn't ask me to go. She just told me she was going.
She doesn't want to go with ugly guys. Neither one of us are invited.
50-42, Montana Tech by 8. Argos into the offensive side. Root, near side it comes to Riebel. Riebel, stepping back, looked from the interior. Thurber down there battling with Nielsen. Nielsen gets a fingertip on it. It comes out to three-point land, and that one goes down for Maddie Riebel.
That is a monster shot at this point of the ball game.
7 points on the night for Riebel. She is 1 of 3 from downtown. Tech leads by 5. Yeah, I'm with you. That has a chance to go the other way and maybe be a double-digit lead. That's a big-time shot. Near side, Badavinik. Badavinik looking down on the inside, feeds it down to Haber. Triple teamed out to the corner. Nielsen for 3. Nielsen, that one rattles out no good. Stripped away, diving for it. What a play by Liv Wongren in the corner.
They know the rules of this game. If you want to advance, you got to get on the floor, and everybody took a shot at that basketball.
Fantastic hustle. 5-point lead for the Digs. Liv Wongren looking to bring it in here. Montana Tech only shooting 20% here in this second half. Nielsen out to the edge. Neibauer for 3, no good. Wongren tips it. Argos the other way. Bobbling it for a moment is Root. She'll move it down to Ramirez. Ramirez backs it out. Ball fake. Thurber in the paints. And she's going to be fouled as Nielsen going to be called with the block.
No foul issues now as far as going to the stripe, but free throws are going to make a big difference in the last 2 minutes of this game.
Substitutions. Humphreys back in. Van Blaricom is in. Also Conan back into the ball game. Ramirez, baseline. Boy, it looked like it was open there for a second. Comes out to the wing. 3-point shot, no good. Wongren with the rebound.
Not a play I liked when you're down 5.
Argos still with a rebounding advantage, but that advantage is closing a little bit. They have 5 more total rebounds than Tech. Wongren into the high post, backs up top. Gets a screen. She's going to fire the 3. Liv Wongren, ladies and gentlemen.
You got to defend her all over the court. They left her all alone. Nice shot.
Tech leads by 7. So Liv Wongren knocks it down. She has 8 points, actually 10 points rather. Wide left side, Ramirez pops the 3. That one long. Offensive rebound. Thurber just lost the handle on it. Well, you could see from our angle, she had it perfectly, and she turned her eyes away from the basketball and just slid out of her fingertips.
Problem is she didn't possess it with 2 hands. She grabbed it with one and then tried to grab it with the other one. Too late.
7-point lead for the Digs. Carlson, Humphreys, moving right. Montana Tech with the basketball. Van Blaricom to Humphreys. Humphreys spinning. Double team, now triple teamed. They are all over her when she gets the ball in the block, and good reason.
Yeah, anytime you got to penetrate with 2 dribbles, they're coming. She lucked out on that.
So the hold penalty will go against Riebel. And that is team foul number 4 for the Argos. So the next one will put Montana Tech at the line for the remainder of the contest. Humphreys Lobs it inside to Wongren. She gets battled with, and it's taken away Thurber. Thurber across the timeline. Pass goes left, Ramirez. Ramirez around a screen, big collision, and a block call going to go on Avery Carlson.
Yeah, that was clearly a block. She tried to reach around.
So Carlson will pick up her second personal foul. Badavinik back in. Haber back in. Neibauer back in. Humphreys and Wongren stay on the floor. Two seniors staying out there. Nice pass into Thurber. Thurber goes up at the left hand, no good. Humphreys grabs the rebound, and Thurber
Yeah, I think she
is
got a
in
knee or
pain.
an ankle.
Shot tipped up. Cartwright has it. She's holding her quad. Don't take this the wrong way, but hopefully it's just like a Charlie horse. And in the scrum, hopefully she just got a knee in the Charlie horse that is awful painful, but hopefully it isn't lower and like a knee injury or something along those lines.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for the conference friends.
5:07 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech by 7.
Well, whatever. She's in pain. There's no
she
question
really
about
is.
it.
Ainsley Thurber, senior,
Frontier Conference would like to thank 55
one of the leading scorers here for the Argos. They get her to sit up a little bit, and she continues to kind of hold her upper thigh, and hopefully, again, that sounds awful saying that, but hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully it is an awful Charlie horse. Hopefully nothing more serious or sinister. Gosh, I hope she's okay. Ainsley Thurber. Trainer will come over with her. Our best to her. Hopefully she's going to be all right. 5:07 left to play here in this ball game. A 7-point lead for the Digs. Dakota State has punched their ticket to the semis. Montana Tech trying to do the same here, as they lead by 7. This is very similar, let's say, to the other two times these two teams have played. You know, kind of slugfest, kind of shoving each other around.
Looking great 1 minute, sloppy the next.
Yep.
They just understand each other.
7-point lead for Montana Tech. The Argos with the basketball. Maddie Riebel across midcourt.
Big possession right now for the Argos.
Top of the horn. 3-point shot is on its way. No good. Big rebound, Wongren. Liv Wongren goes up to get it. That is her 8th rebound of this ball game. Wongren, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Brooke Badavinik on the wing to Haber. Haber double-teamed across to Neibauer. Neibauer has a seam. Great take by Nibes. Her shot won't go. Boy, there wasn't much daylight there at all, and she's able to get to the rim. Unable to get it down, though. Ramirez to the edge. Dial has an opening. Dial's 3 won't go. That one's tipped up. Ramirez tracks it down. Up top, Dial gets it at the elbow. Nice take. That one won't fall for Dial. Boy, I like the hip motion to get around the defender. I thought she had an easy 2 after that. Badavinik to Wongren. Liv Wongren steps back, and she'll take a little time, set up the offense. Montana Tech, 3 ladies in double digits. Haber with 13, Humphreys with 12, Wongren with 10. Wongren puts on the brakes. That one comes up short, and UP tracks it down. Argos in transition, Dial. Dial into the high post. Jumper is up and in.
Yeah, she's doing what she does best, get to the paint.
Dial with 11.
Every possession is gold right now.
And honestly, both teams need one of those right now. Somebody to just grab it and go.
There you go.
There it is right there. Liv Wongren will take it right to the rack. She has a dozen.
Absolutely no help on her on the drive.
3:20 left to play in the ball game. Tech by 7. Dribbling left, Ramirez. Ramirez gets it down inside to Reger. She'll turn and fire. Comes up short. Wongren with another rebound. Wongren 1 rebound short of a double-double here in this quarterfinal. Liv, far right side, left hand, back to her right. Dial on her defensively. It's been a good battle between those two here tonight. They'll lob it on the inside. Nice job by Haber to go get it. Just too much on the shot. Here come the Argos back the other way. Cartwright to Rieger. Now to Riebel. 3-ball is up and in. Big shot by Maddie Riebel. 2:41 left to play in the ball game. The lead is 4. 54-50. Maddie Riebel knocks down the 3. And that is a big-time shot for Riebel. She has 10 points in this ball game. She's 4 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, JT.
She is, and that is a that's a competitor when you can come down and get yourself back in this game, because she misses that. It's take our time, walk it down, run the clock. So right now they got to have a defensive stop here right now, and they're in a position they can't foul. And if you do foul, who are you going to foul? It certainly shouldn't be Wongren, because she has missed free throw here tonight.
Nope. Tech is awfully good from the foul line here tonight. They're 22 of 26. On the other side, University of Providence is 18 of 25. We have seen a few free throws here this evening, 51 total. And that number is not going to stay there. UP will show a little three-quarter pressure, a little three-quarter man pressure as Riebel will meet at midcourt. Avery Carlson out near center circle. Attacking down the wing, puts on the brakes, comes back up top. Carlson up top, now they'll lob it inside. Humphreys double-teamed, bounce pass comes up to Carlson, left side. Now a pass intercepted by Dial. Great read. Dial one-on-one the other way. Spins, puts up the shot. She gets it in the foul.
Yeah, Carlson probably should have fouled her on the dribble going through, but she let her go through, and then that's what Dial's good at right there. I know she leads his team in scoring. She's not a great three-point shooter, but she is a basket attacker.
Yeah, that's a great take by her.
We now have a basketball game.
We do. 13 points for Dial. She's 4 of 12 from the floor. And she'll go to the line here. Dial. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Her one and only is good. So a three-point play for Dial. The lead is 1.
It's about execution now and make your free throws.
The Digs stretch their lead out to 8 at one point. Not too long ago, and now the Argos within 1. Wongren to Haber. Haber now up top. Hadley Humphreys. Tech shooting 20% this quarter, and Wongren from the foul line knocks it down. 14 points for Liv Wongren.
Tech allowing Wongren to control tempo here and trying to get her open.
Dial. She'll drive through the double team. Shot goes over the iron. Rebound, Wongren. Double-double here for Wongren. 12 points, 10 rebounds. Montana Tech into the offensive side by 3. AC Carlson in the corner. Badavinik for 3. That one goes long. Defensive rebound. Providence back the other way. Dial gets the pass. Ramirez has a lane. Steps through. That's a great take by Ramirez. Eliana took that big left foot and just took a great step and was able to get it down.
It's a chess game now.
1 point lead for the Digs, 1 minute remaining. Wongren to Humphreys, almost picked off. Wongren now has a lane. Liv to the basket, comes up short. Loose, and Providence basketball. Ramirez into the offensive zone. The way they came into the zone, I was kind of expecting a timeout, but they're going to keep the offense out.
Well, you have a play call. You should have practiced. You don't need a timeout necessarily.
Spinning, Rager gets bounced.
There's a foul.
Yep, Hadley Humphreys is going to pick up the foul. Humphreys gets her 4th.
How important is free throw line now?
Big time. Both teams have been pretty darn good. Providence at 73%, Montana Tech at 85%. Tech will call a short timeout. Coach Graham will bring them together for a moment. 32 seconds left to play here in this ball game.
Yeah, if I'm Tech, if they make both free throws, I want Wongren with the ball in her hand. She's been really effective. She's taking care of the basketball. But if you give her space, she's going to knock this down. On the other hand, Argos have to make their free throws.
32 seconds remaining. The final women's game of the day. Remember, we have 2 coming your way tomorrow on the women's side of the bracket. We'll have Rocky and Northern at noon, and then Carroll and Western at 2:30.
This, simply put, is fun basketball.
So at the foul line is going to be Rager. She has 11 points on the night. She's 5 of 6 from the foul line for the Argos. And her first of 2 is up and good. We're tied at 56. Rager with 13 points.
Let's see what Coach comes up with defensively, what he's going to do to Tech. Is he going to let them break it down, set it up? They're going to get a last-second shot.
And knocks that one down.
Well, he's not going to pressure the ball. I'd pressure the ball for time.
Argos by 1. Wongren, far right side. Carlson now up top to Humphreys. Tech down by 1. Left side, Badavinik. Badavinik around screen, into the lane, and an offensive call. Hadley Humphreys is going to get the block. An illegal screen. She's going to foul out. More importantly, the Argos will shoot, and they will get the basketball. So Coach Himmelberg will call a timeout. Argos by 1. 19 seconds left to play here in this one.
Was it technical call?
No, I think.
Oh, when you said they'll get the ball back.
Oh, sorry, my
shoot
apologies.
Free throws,
Yep.
right?
Yep, they'll shoot free throws here.
Okay, I thought I missed something.
Sorry, I'm watching the interaction here with Coach Graham and the officials.
As you should.
So the Hadley Humphreys will foul out of the ball game with 19.3 seconds remaining. The Argos lead by 1. And the Argos will get things situated here. Montana Tech, Neibauer, Badavinik, Conan, Van Blaricom, and Carlson on the floor.
A lot of things going through a coach's mind right here. If they make 2, they're up 3. Do you foul them to shoot 2 free throws?
Yeah. So my apologies, no free throws.
Oh, okay.
So with the offensive, no free throws. So UP inbounding. Van Blaricom knocks it away. Tech basketball.
I thought you got fouled. I think that's a tough play. Well, here we go.
Now Montana Tech will get the ball here near midcourt with 18 seconds remaining. Van Blaricom gets a fingertip on it. It goes out of bounds.
That play was caused by watching film and knowing what they do on their out-of-bounds plays.
So the Digs will inbound. Badavinik brings it into Carlson. 17 seconds.
Don't want to foul.
Carlson, left wing, puts on the brakes. Pass goes in the corner. Liv Wongren across the baseline. Block call. Wongren's going to go to the foul line with 9.1 seconds left to play. Still a lot of time here. Liv Wongren is 8 of 8 from the foul line, and she will shoot 2.
That is the person that you want going to the free throw line right now.
100%. 9.1 seconds remaining. And at the foul line, Liv Wongren. Wongren, first is up and good. We're tied.
Pressure's off.
Tie ball game, 57 all. Wongren will get the ball for attempt number 2. She has 15 points. She's 9 of 9 from the foul line.
Providence needs to clear out. They need Dial with the ball to take the ball to the hoop right now.
1 point lead for Montana Tech, 58 to 57. The Digs lead by 1. Coach Himmelberger says we'll take the ball on our offensive side. This is a ton of time left. Down by 1. They'll inbound in their offensive zone, JT.
Yep, no perimeter shots. Go to the hoop. Take your chances on the official blowing the hoop. Get your free throw shooters to take it to the hoop if you want to win. Tech's got to play upright defense. We'll see how they're going to inbounds the ball. I happen to know Coach Graham is strong on being able to play against inbounds plays, as he showed. This is last turnover.
Yep.
Big time play right here, both teams.
1 point lead for Montana Tech. 9.1 seconds remaining here in this let's say in regulation. Montana Tech out of the huddle on the floor.
Tech does not want to foul. They've got 2 timeouts left.
Rogel is fouled out for Providence. Humphreys has fouled out for Montana Tech.
Argos with no timeout, so they can't afford to bobble the ball or make a mistake here.
Avery Carlson checks in with coach for a moment. And there, well, you talk about the idea of dissecting the inbound. Montana Tech will call a timeout.
Yep.
So they waited till they stacked it up to see what was coming. And they will call a timeout. And we'll see what changes here.
They've got to guard the inbounds, or they don't want her to throw it in and get it right back and be able to have a take or a shot, a last-second shot. So he's just checking to see what they're doing, if they've done this before, because I always change my out-of-bounds plays almost every game.
Yeah.
Because coaches are so good at that. So we'll see how both. Well, this is coaching right now. This is all about coaches right now.
So the University of Providence will inbound.
That dial down in the corner they did have, they're moving her back out.
Yep.
They had her down there by herself.
Dial comes up top. Cameron Cartwright out there as well. And Riebel will get the ball to inbound. Riebel wants the baseline. Good defense, travel call.
She did too.
Put on the brakes. She's called with the travel. Montana Tech will get it back with 5.6 seconds. Great defensive stand as Haber got there, got in position, and just stayed put.
They left the inbounder all alone. She should have jump stopped right there and put the shot in the air, and she kept going, and she definitely traveled, no question about it.
58-57, Montana Tech by 1.
Providence now has to foul before the inbounds pass is made. They got to jam somebody or grab somebody, not to the point where you're going to get a technical foul in it, but they're in a little trouble right now. I don't know if Tech is taking it out on their side.
I didn't see any motion that they'll keep it in their offensive side.
I certainly would.
We'll see as Montana Tech has called a full timeout. Montana Tech is shooting 86% from the foul line. They're 24 of 28. The other side, UP, is 75% from the foul line. We have seen a lot of free throws, and both teams have shot it well. 56 combined free throws thus far.
So if I'm him, Longren and Batavinik are definitely in there. One of those two has to touch the ball.
So Montana Tech will inbound in their offensive zone.
Yes.
They'll take it on the far side. Avery Carlson.
I'm going to foul before the ball's even entered.
5.6 seconds left to play. The Digs will look to inbound. Avery Carlson sends him in motion. Coming back to get it is Wongren, and she is fouled immediately.
Who else would you want with the ball?
No one. So that will put Liv Wongren at the line. Again, here's your numbers for Liv. She's an 84% free throw shooter, and she is a perfect 10 of 10 from the foul line so far tonight. So Liv Wongren at the line, shooting 2. Tech leads by 1. Make it a 2-point ball game. 4.9 seconds. There is still plenty of time here.
Can they get a timeout and bring it back to their?
I don't think
oh,
UP,
they don't have
UP
any
does
timeouts.
not have a timeout.
They do not, so they got to push the ball.
UP.
This game's over.
Wongren gets the second. 4.9 seconds. Across midcourt, Ramirez puts on the brakes, throws it up, and she traveled.
She did travel.
And that is game. Montana Tech, well, they're going to put some time back up.
Doesn't matter.
They're going to come over and look here. Yeah, so Montana Tech leads by 3, 60-57. The officials immediately come over to replay. They're going to put some time up, but it's going to be inconsequential kind of time. Montana Tech will have the ball, and I'm guessing, less than a half second, don't you think?
Well, less than a full second for sure.
Okay.
You're probably closer to it than I am. But
we'll see what kind of look they can get, especially, if they're looking at Tom's camera, we're in trouble.
What was the play of the game?
You obviously have something in mind, so go for it.
Hauber cutting that off and forcing the travel. That was the play of this game.
Yeah, that's big time.
I'm going to go unnoticed. That was the play of the game.
Yeah. Good defensive series there.
I'll tell you, Providence played really, really well. They didn't shoot the ball extremely well, but they were prepared for this game. This was a great game.
They'll put 3/10 on the clock.
So you win. I owe you $1.
Nielsen will look to inbound. She'll lob it down the floor, and that one is caught, and this one goes into the record books. Montana Tech gets the win, 60-57. The Digs over the Argos. Frontier Conference tournament action here on the Frontier Conference Network. Montana Tech will advance, and they will wait to take on either Carroll or Western. That Carroll Western game is tomorrow at 2:30. So we have two teams in as Dakota State, the 1 seed, has advanced. Montana Tech, the 2 seed, has advanced. And we'll find out who their opponents are going to be coming up tomorrow. JT, give us your thoughts. We'll grab numbers, and I believe we'll get Coach Jeff Graham up here.
This was I know who you are. You're my neighbor. You're my best friend. I'm going to play better than you. And the reality is the two best teams are going into the semifinals. The two best teams won today.
Let's take a look here at numbers. Montana Tech, Coach Graham, the first to go over and make sure that Thurber, give her a hug. Gosh, I hope she's all right. They have her on crutches currently. But we'll start things off for the University of Providence. Leading scorer is Dial. Brooke Dial gets 14 points here tonight. Reger with 13. Riebel into double digits with 10. You have Thurber with 7 points. Rigel with 6, Ramirez with 4, and Cartwright with 3 points here on the evening. Rieger was 7 of 8 from the foul line. UP ended up being 21 of 28 from the free throw line in this ball game. They out-rebounded Montana Tech 42-35. 14 of those were offensive rebounds, and they had 14 second-chance points.
Well, you get that many rebounds, you better put some points on the board.
No joke. On the other side for Montana Tech, they ended up shooting 32% in this ball game. They were led. Let me get my handy-dandy machine to work for me here for a moment. I don't think it's going to, but we'll try anyway. They were led by Liv Wongren with 18 points. Liv gets a double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds. She was 12 of 12 from the foul line. Big night for Liv Wongren. You have Hauber with 13 points, 6 rebounds. Hadley Humphreys, 12 points. She was 3 of 3 from the foul line, 3 rebounds for her as well. From there, Montana Tech spread it out well. You have Badavenik with 5, Carlson with 4, Conan with 3, Nielsen with 2, and Neibauer with 1 for Montana Tech. The starting 5 really packing this Montana Tech team, which is really abnormal. The starting 5 accounting for the bulk of the points. Montana Tech only getting 8 points from their bench in this ball game. JT, we've got Coach here, so I'll make you give him your headset if you don't mind. Head coach Jeff Graham is here. And let's check in with Coach before I wreck everything I have here for a moment. Coach, that's a gutty win. Holy moly, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was the crazy last few minutes. That's a good team. We did playing back-to-back like we happened to do with Northern last year. It's hard to do that for you beat a team a week ago, and they made some big plays, but gosh darn, Liv was good at the end, wasn't she?
You know, and it was you needed someone to grab it and go. I mean, you know, and both teams did there for a while, and Dial on the other side picked it up big time in that third and fourth quarter. She ends up with 14, but like I say, Liv, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 12 of 12 from the foul line. Liv, your senior, your cornerstone of this team, put everybody on her back and made this thing happen.
Yeah, we just couldn't get any post entries. It was the same, and they just shoving our girls down there. We couldn't get Hobbs and Hadley any good touches on the paint. It was tough, and they did a great job of double, and they changed that game plan from last week. And I mean, how many threes do we have go in and out? Gosh darn, it felt like
a whole lot,
3 or 4. And then, you know, we took an early 3 with Battle there, and then, you know, Dial made that great steal, but, you know, great defense at the end. They had a couple big plays to rally, and they stayed poised. And yeah, I thought defensively the bench played really well, and that's I told you yesterday I was nervous for a reason, buddy.
I think that showed in your team as well. It felt like the ladies were apprehensive, and you know, JT brought it up in a big way when we were on the air. That idea, you know, especially over the last month, they have played with so much confidence and so much just kind of personal belief, and that was not there as it has been over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, you guys, I'm sure, said it to start the game. It was like, uh-oh. We just had that look. I don't know. You know, getting that first tournament win's big. You know, we hadn't won one the last 3 years. And, I mean, like I said, that start, like, dang it, we had to burn a timeout early. And my dumbass gets a technical for yelling on the court. But it's just one of those. I think I was too tight, and they were. But, man, they played well at the end. That was a big, you know, we're going to hit some more shots. What did Kylie get a couple buckets or a couple free throws? And Rach, but yeah, poor Nibes had a couple layups in and out, a three in and out. I mean, nothing for lack of effort for us, but I think those guys played a lot of. We haven't had a lot of these guys play huge minutes in the tournament. Livia hasn't, Nibes hasn't.
Now, when you look at this moving forward, you have the off day, so you'll have the day to relax. Is that something that you think it's going to be a big factor moving forward?
I do, my friend. I just think getting this over with and, you know, being able to watch tomorrow and have our off day. They look great in practice, but I mean, Coach Bill's, they've been in the national tournament dang near every year, and they're still fighting for that. And, you know, they're right there on that bubble, so we knew we were going to get everything. But I think now that we've got to win, get that monkey off our back, and,
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Coach Jeff Graham, you're moving into the semifinals.
Thank you.
We'll obviously talk about who your opponent might be at a later date, but you've got a day off and you've got a day to prepare as the top seeds. Dakota State, the 1 seed, has advanced. Montana Tech, the 2 seed, has advanced. And we'll turn the coin over and go to the men's side next.
Thank you, my friend.
Congratulations. Head coach Jeff Graham, ladies and gentlemen, with Montana Tech. As the Digs get the win, they'll move into the semifinals as Montana Tech takes down the University of Providence in our second women's game here tonight. And with that, we'll wrap it up. The guys are on the floor. They're getting warmed up. We will get to the men's side of the bracket, ladies and gentlemen. That is coming up next. Stay close.